Welcome to Deer Head Studios. This is 40 Below Zero, an international podcast about living with multiple sclerosis. I'm your co-host, Nick, and with me as always is my good friend, Terry. We're so glad all of our fellow MS warriors and supporters are here with us, so let's get into it. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Glad to have you here. Terry, how are you?
I'm good, like always. How are you today?
I'm good. Struggle bus a little bit. The weather is getting warmer, so my fatigue's coming a little quicker. But other than that, I'm in good spirits and, as healthy as I can be.
Cool. Honestly, man, I'm going through some fatigue spell too, but I'm just like,
I get it.
because I get you have it. I get everybody going through the same thing. Yeah.
So for today's show, I'm figuring you and I talked. We're going to do a little bit of a grab bag. We're going to do a little bit of a rant. So I know you have some things that you want to talk about, some things you want to get off your chest. So I'm going to let you guide the ship today and we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's have a casual talk.
I like it.
One thing I noticed is there are a few, okay, I'm worried now because I'm going to start saying things that's going to trigger some of my local friends. I'm not talking about anyone specific. I'm reminding you now, last time.
Okay. So warned.
Thanks. Trust me, there's not enough warnings. When you see an ad out there that say the MS Canada has posted, and there's a young lady, there's, whatever, there's different types of people. There's always one of my friends complaining, oh, why don't they show anyone in a wheelchair? Or if they're all in wheelchairs, how come everybody's in a wheelchair? You know what I mean?
I do.
Like, and I have to agree with everyone. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, why is there? But I'm realizing, dude, they can't fit everyone in one picture.
No, it is kind of odd to me. Well, first of all, I understand what you're saying completely. How people with mobility aids of any type are not represented in the medication that is designed for our community is mind blowing. But I understand why they do it because nobody wants to take a medication that's advertised with people with mobility aids, because if they don't use one, then they'll say, oh, well, I'm not going to take that because I'll end up in a wheelchair regardless. So the marketing people suck.
I'm not against that, by the way. I'm just saying I hear people saying that to me.
Mm-hmm.
I look at them like, yeah, you're right. I don't know, but I get it. And what I think is they have 7, 8 ads they do all at once, and they spread it around. So they make sure they include this. They probably send it to different regions that have more of that. So I don't know if I'm making sense, but yeah,
You
there's
are. Yeah. It
all strategized.
I've been paying attention to it because I think it's important to pay attention to. And I have only seen one medication that has 2 people who used a cane.
You're talking about ads for medication. I didn't think of
Yeah.
that. That's smarter because that would be towards people who need that medication. And that's why you're saying wheelchair. I get what you're saying now.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Are you talking ads in general?
Yeah, I'm talking about
Oh,
hey, look, we can accommodate your needs and the whatever. Or MS, not even that. What am I talking about? MS puts a Instagram post, the MS Canada. Nothing against them. I love these guys. Okay, I'm just
oh
talking.
yeah.
But they put a post, and then someone says in my ear, hey, look, they just put a post, and it's, why is it this? Why is it that guy? How come it's always a female? Yeah, that was actually me once. I won't lie to you. They actually once put a post here. I'll give you an example of how I can be a hypocrite. They once put a post that said, yeah, 3 in 1 chance, woman getting MS, da 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 da. I'm like, why are you downplaying guys? You guys always post that. And then once I said something, I had other female MSers come up to me and say, you're right. They always do that.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, do you know that when a male gets, oh my God, I'm going to get hate mail. Do you know when a male gets MS, it's genuinely, statistically, more progressive than a female. This is statistics. It's all over the place. It's not just me saying that. I'm not saying like feel sorry for us. I'm just saying there's different facts that used
Yeah.
to trigger me in the past. But this is not about me right now. This is about them portraying on ads and upsetting other people.
Yeah. And I think when the marketers sit around in the room and say, okay, we have to create this new ad for anything, but specifically for MS things, they say, okay, well, who gets it the most? Who, you know, I mean, who would need this product the most? So they play the odds. So the odds are it's a female. So they put more females. Odds are, you know, you're only talking about like 1-ish% of the population of the entire country, you know what I mean, that has any given disease. It's not a whole, but you're so bombarded with all these ads for all these medications and all these lifestyle things. It's like, where are all these people? You know what I mean?
Totally right, man. Totally. And it's the marketing company. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
Mm-hmm. But it is very hard to get every single type of human being in one ad in 30 seconds.
Yeah, I get you. It's just a picture.
Mm-hmm.
It's a picture. And like I said, they have like 8, 9 ads, I'm sure, and they spread them around.
Yep.
So you just see one picture and you're quick to judge. But yeah,
I do it all the time. The first thing I look at, I'm like, oh, they got 1, 2, 3, 4 different types of people. Where's number 5 and 6? I do it all the time.
if you got a problem with that ad, then maybe you should try to apply to the marketing
Yeah.
department.
I'll write a strongly worded email.
I have MS. I know better. Anyway, I got to tell you another thing. I have people send me messages and they're like, hey, check out this mobility device. And it's some
Mm-hmm.
fancy ass electric wheelchair that climbs stairs. You know, you've seen that. I'm sure
I have.
everyone's seen that. And
Yep.
you're like, holy shit, that's awesome. I wish I had that. Dude, where are you going to get that? I
Yeah.
don't think they sell them in stores near you. I don't think it's achievable or attainable. Sorry. I
I
think,
agree completely because there are so many toys out there. Like I was just looking at the new tech from the Abilities Expo,
yeah.
and the Abilities Expo is like the car show. Everything they put out there is like all the bells and whistles, all the fancy stuff. And you're like, who can afford this? Because you know damn well the exoskeleton is not covered by your insurance. You know that.
Oh, Jonathan just gave me a call. I missed it. We're calling him back right now.
All right. So sorry to interrupt our rant, but we're going to try to get Jonathan on the phone. Jonathan is, if you remember, we interviewed him a couple weeks back, and he is currently in the middle of his cross country ride to raise awareness and money.
Jonathan,
So here we go.
How's it going?
not bad. How are you, dude, bro? How are you?
I'm really really tired, but nice to hear your voice. It's so much better than the 15-minute monologue that I had earlier, maybe half an hour ago. That one was, I don't know, it was just very one-sided.
Hey, bro, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're live right now on our podcast. Just to give you a heads up.
Okay.
We love to hear your
Okay.
voice, bro. We're so happy that you called me.
Oh, man. But I hope I'm not taking someone else's time.
Bro, not at all, man. It's just you and us.
Oh, God. That's awesome. So, Nick, are you there?
I am here, man. It is great to hear you. I've been watching all your live videos, man. Looks like you're doing well.
Oh, man, nice to hear your voice. I missed you.
Man, we miss you too, bro.
How are you guys doing?
We're great, man. We're great. We're chilling. We're talking here. We're recording a podcast, but I think it's amazing that you called, man. Thanks.
Oh, I was in my monologue earlier, Terry. I was talking about just because it's been real tough this last. Today's been tough because I did a a big day yesterday. And today, I'm climbing mountains, and I'm really, really tired. And now it's pissing rain. And so I was just like, okay, where do I gather the determination that I had yesterday? Okay, where do I pull that from? Oh, I know some fellow MS warriors who are just themselves rock stars and who are like our whole community, who are just, waking up every day and making tough decisions and taking a step forward nonetheless. So glad I could speak to you guys. I think honest truth is I'm going to pull over at some point very soon here, drink some water. Kind of dangerous to try to drink water while it's pissing rain, like this slippery water bottle like that. That would just be the death of me, like whoopsies. So anyways, hey, listen, grateful for the opportunity. We're on our way to Merritt, BC. We left Hope. My new blog hopefully will come out soon. I'm just thinking about the name. It's To Hope, with Hope, on a journey of hope.
I love
That's
it.
what I want to talk about in the next blog. I just have to find a few minutes in the day to sit down and write about it. But that's essentially what I'm talking about here. And Hope, by the way, Hope's the name of our mascot. Our listeners and followers all over the place voted Hope. So our little bunny is with Hope, and To Hope was Hope, BC, where I left this morning after a little a bit of a wrinkle. The wrinkle was we couldn't find the keys to unlock the bike. Walked up to the bike to find the keys. Spent an hour.
Oh, no.
So anyways, we're on the road. We're doing well, and I'm stopping for some water. I love you guys.
Dude, we love
Love you too, brother. Good to hear from you.
Yo, thanks for calling, bro. I will definitely bother you later, man.
Okay.
Cheers.
Be safe, man.
All right. Thank you.
No problem. Take care.
What a cool.
All right, later, bro. All right, I just hung up. I don't want to bother him. I was gonna.
What a cool guy to call from the road like that.
It was pretty cool, man. Yeah.
That was. Have you been following his live stuff?
Yes, definitely. And I know about Hope already before he told us.
What, you got the
Mascot.
inside scoop?
Yeah, well, yeah, I think he said it in one of his videos, but
I got you.
his mascot, I don't know if you saw it.
I did. I voted, and
Oh.
he did not pick my name, so that's okay.
Well, I didn't vote, so I didn't see that.
Oh, you didn't vote and you got it right? Okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
Maybe
see
I
how
did.
that-
I don't know, man. I have MS. I got the fog happening all the time.
Oh,
But
is that what we're doing now?
whatever, bro. Yeah, you're right. I play it a lot, just so I don't feel stupid.
I suggested when he said, "What should I name the mascot?" I said Mr. Speedy because MS, so I said Mr. Speedy. And it's a rabbit.
Yeah. He has. I think I saw that he has 5 that he's gonna auction off.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, something like that. But that's really cool.
But man, he is pushing hard. That is no joke what he's doing. Like, it's one thing to say, this is my goal, but it's quite literally another to put the rubber down on the road and hit it. You know what I mean?
His first day, I wouldn't do in a year. I know you would.
No way, man. I could do, that part where he dipped the bike in the water to start? That's about as far as I would get.
Yeah. That's funny.
So much respect to that guy. Holy smokes.
I thought he was going to go all the way in the water. I'm like, come on, man. And then he dipped
No.
the little tip of the tires. I'm like, yeah, that's enough. Let's go.
I think when he reaches the other side, he will. He'll just
Yeah.
plunge into the ocean. He'll be so grateful. I can't wait to have him back on the show.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. He's going to come as soon as he's done his journey. So the first day was 159 kilometers.
Wow.
What is that in miles for our American audience?
Less than. I gotta do now. You gotta do math on the spot. I don't know. Oh, man.
At least half. So we'll just go with that. I'm not bad. I know it's 2.2, so I'm just not going to do the math either. Should I play the Jeopardy music?
Oh, okay. You're gonna play me like that.
Oh,
All right,
my
I get
bad.
it.
No, no, no.
No,
Leave it.
it's
Leave it.
fine. No, it's fine. Oh yeah. 98 miles, 98.8 miles.
Oh, damn. I don't know if you think that's a lot. That's a lot for me.
It is a lot, and I think we'll go with the bigger number. We'll just say 150 kilometers.
Damn. That's crazy. And you know what's funny is it's not funny. But after he's done the first date,
Mhm.
he's in his hotel or wherever he is in his van. I would be like, damn, another 5 days of this? Yeah, low, and it's another like 2 months.
Yeah. He's got like 5.5 weeks to go. He's dedicated. I saw he picked up a major sponsor too.
That's
has
cool.
He has some pharmaceutical company.
Oh, he kept saying BioScript, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's the company that also, anyway, I don't know too much about them, so I'm not going to talk about them, but that's really cool. He, as deserved.
All right.
You know what I mean? I always say, I don't know, is this wrong? Am I allowed to say this? That he's the Terry Fox for MS?
Well, did you see he posed at the statue?
Yes.
He was at the Terry Fox statue.
Yes, I saw that. I think so. Again, the MS fog, bro.
I hope he makes out better than Terry Fox did though.
Oh man, I'm not. Yeah, Terry Fox died, man. That's why he didn't finish it.
I know. That's why I'm saying I hope he worked out better.
Yeah. Did you look up Terry Fox after, or did you know about it?
I did.
Oh,
No,
wow.
I had to look him up.
Look at you journalist.
I had to look him up because once he was mentioned a couple times, I'm like, I don't know that guy.
You know, when I used to walk, I used to do his walk. Is that bad? Did I just say something bad? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you shouldn't mimic a sick guy. It's not funny.
All right, back to the grab bag. Where
Yes.
were we?
So please stop sending me messages and showing me equipment that I cannot buy.
Oh, that's what we were talking about. Yeah,
I
yeah.
love to spend money, man, but sometimes some of this equipment is not even attainable. Like, where do I go? Where do I?
Well, what's the thing? What's the thing that you would really love to have, but there's like, there's no way. I'd have to sell a kidney to get it.
Oh, now I'm going to say it, and a lot of people are going to go, no, 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 right here. Okay. Sorry, I'm making no sense. It's the one chair that you sit in and you're kind of strapped in and it makes you stand up. I know
Oh
you've seen
yeah.
it. I know you're going to be like, oh, I've
Yep.
seen it and it's cool. And I've seen a normal person have it.
I have seen that chair, and it is
Yeah.
cool.
It is. And I think that's the reason why I really like that is because it seems attainable. It seems like that would probably be like Canadian dollars, by the way. I would say about 14, which is like a car, a little
Yeah.
Kia
Yeah.
or something. Not distant Kias. I love Kias. I had one once.
But for that price, you would be a real life transformer. You'd be like
Are you into Transformers?
a little bit, yeah.
Never watched a cartoon.
Really?
Maybe 10 seconds because my brother did. Whatever he did, I did not want to do.
Oh, okay.
It was one
You
of
missed
those
out
things.
on that one though.
Yeah, Star Wars and Star Trek. Anyway, back to
So
don't
for me, it is the tank chair. So it's an outdoor mobility scooter-ish. It's a chair, it's a power chair, but it has tank treads instead of wheels. And it goes like 15 miles an hour. And you can storm the beach with it.
I seen it. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
That's the thing that I'm like, yep, I have to have it, but it's again the price of a car and absolutely not covered by insurance.
I get it. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. I would like to have that as a toy.
Yeah,
The standing one is, so I can start cutting stuff normally.
right.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to go like,
Have you ever seen the adaptive kitchens? Speaking of that, where they have the cabinets that lower, that's wild.
you're triggering me again because I had a friend send me that But here's the thing. There's a lady from a show called Push. I think you've heard of it.
Hmm.
It's a show on, it's about people in wheelchairs, like a social, it's like Friends, but in wheelchairs.
Okay.
But it's real life. It's not a made up show. But we got a tour of one of the ladies' kitchen, and dude, unattainable. We're
Yeah.
talking about, just like you said, the stove goes up all the way down, hydraulics, the shelves go up and down. Classy. We're talking about like 120,000 renovation, easy Canadian dollars.
Either way.
Yeah, either way. Uh, yeah, and it's like, come on, and and anyway, it just seems so far fetched that anyone I know will ever get that.
Yeah. One of
And my
those things where
kitchen, I renovated. Sorry, I renovated it, and it's low, and just enough where I still spent like a good 20,000, and just for that,
I have a question for you. Do you barbecue? Do you cook out on the grill?
yes,
Do you have an adapted grill?
no,
So
I have.
you have to reach up at like shoulder level almost to get to the grill height,
Um,
or like where does it fall? Like chest chin height?
so are you making me publicly say that I don't actually grill myself?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
I can't, man. Yes, I would like to. And I used to have a portable little one,
Okay.
but it's like, playing with like a toy one. Hey,
Because I
here's
was because I was thinking of just chopping the legs down on the one that I have and lowering it to where I can use it.
never thought of that, man. If you can, if it's the metal, I don't know how it is built, but
Yeah.
and the gas underneath, if the propane tank can be put to the side. Yeah, I guess so. I never thought of that. But I just don't feel like I would have control in case there was some sort of flame. I
Right.
can't run inside, go get some bikes. I
Right.
don't know. I just, yeah.
Because I was thinking about that about a week ago because the weather's starting to get nice and we're starting to go outside more. And I'm like, I spend so much time on the deck, but the heat fatigues my legs so fast that within 20 minutes, half an hour, I got to sit down and I got to stay seated because it's not working anymore.
What about a tall stool? Can't you just sit on one? Or is that hard still?
You can, but I mean, I can, but then I lose the ability to do anything, like move around, cooking, that kind of stuff.
Let me tell you something. When I have a problem with something and I say it, people say, what about this? What about that? What about this? And in my mind, I think, dude, stop suggesting stuff. I already thought of everything. What do you think? I'm just sitting here saying, oh, it's so hard. I'm not going to try to fix it. I've thought of everything already. So just now I said to you, have you ever tried a tall stool? And you're probably like, yeah, bro. What do you think? I'm an idiot? I know they exist. So, and you're like, yeah, man. Anyway, sorry for suggesting that.
No, you're fine.
But I don't know what to tell you. Chop the legs. That's a good idea.
I think that's what I'm going to do.
Make sure it's not fire hazardous and all that crap. Since you did used to work or volunteer or
I both actually used to.
yes,
Yep.
yes.
Used to work and volunteer. Um, yeah. Hmm. Now I'm thinking. Now you got the wheel spinning.
A buddy of mine's dream is to be a fireman. He almost got accepted. Something happened. Now he's volunteering because he doesn't care about the pay. He just wants to do
Right.
it.
Right.
This is in Virginia.
And the fire doesn't know the difference whether you're receiving a paycheck or not. The fire doesn't say, I'll take it easy on you just because you're a volunteer. What's next in the grab bag? This is Terry's rant day. I love it.
Awesome. Okay, this is not a rant right here, but I kind of want to talk about these support groups. As you know, I facilitate one. It's not about my group. And I'm sorry that I called it my group because it isn't my group. It's just a group I open for people who have MS, people who need to share, people who need the attention. I need attention. There's a
Mhm.
reason why I go to these groups myself.
And don't think that I don't need attention. I mean, I started a podcast with you, so let's talk about who needs attention.
I love it. Now I can talk for hours and no one will shut me up except you. But you know what it is? These groups, I feel everyone has their own opinion. Every facilitator runs their groups their own way, even though I believe there should be, a format to run these groups so that we don't trigger anyone's anxieties or trigger anyone's symptoms. Because if you have anxiety, your symptoms come out, whatever. Anyway,
You definitely need to make sure that it is, as they say, a safe space to share your feelings privately and securely and with trust that everyone else in the group is not going to run back to somebody else and spill your secrets.
I don't know what people get out of these support groups. I feel for me, when I attend a support group, I feel validated of what I'm going through. I feel like that's the main thing, because when you don't feel validated, you feel alone. And when you're alone, it just gets into dark places, as you know. So,
Oh, yeah.
the validation to me, this is the main thing. It's nothing else. And if I'm wrong, like, I love people to tell me what the right way is. And so,
Well, I think it's unique to each participant. As you know, there are some people who get on the group and never turn the camera on, never share. But for them, just hearing what other people are doing is enough. And then there's people like, me and you who are like, that, they just can't stop talking. But what I get out of them is, along with the validation, I get the sense that the thing that I like the most is the sense of community. Because when the pandemic shut the world down, I feel like everyone just kind of like went into their little corner and stayed there because that's what we were told to do.
yeah.
And as the world opened back up, everybody got real nervous about opening back up again. So there was this huge hesitation. And now, that we're past it, according to everybody.
Yeah. That's right.
People still don't know how to like re-engage with people. So to have these groups, I love them. I love these groups more than any group that I've been in person. And I don't know why. It's weird.
Definitely, man. I've made family through these groups. I've validated my own way of living now. Like, I've said a lot of stuff. I've said a lot of vulnerable stuff, and the amount of people that agree with me, now I can't talk.
I understand what you're saying, because all it takes is, a support group is like when you're in school and the teacher says, if you have a question, go ahead and ask, because there's probably 4 or 5 other people who have the same question. And it's that kind of feeling with the symptoms or the experiences or the fears, or, take your pick. But as soon as one person in the group says, hey, this is what I'm experiencing, everybody else just starts nodding like, yep, me too.
And sometimes it's the most subtle nods that get your heart so warm. I know it's funny because we're talking about peeing ourselves, and then I'll tell a story that's so embarrassing, man. And you can't see on camera, obviously, but on mic, obviously, but you'll get someone who just the slightest, and I see it, and I know, I gave them some validation just there.
Yeah. And, not everybody is fortunate enough to do what you and I do with this forum or this platform, whatever you want to call it. And some people are too afraid to do this. So that's a good place to start, to realize that the things that we say all the time, and they're true. You're not alone. You're not the only one. It sucks for everybody. So let's stick together. And I know we said it a lot, but it's very important.
Yeah. And none of this, somebody is always worse than you are. None of that. No more saying that, because the guy who's not getting that must be like, how come nobody's saying that to me?
So yeah, that's why we do the groups, man.
Yeah.
I do get a little burned out on them though, just
Yeah. I
because
mean,
there's so many of them.
you so call these stories and
Mhm.
you have a lot of stories to compare to. But at the same time, I mean, I live with MS. And every time I go to a group, it's all about MS.
Mhm.
You kind of do want to break from MS. I don't want to live with it anymore,
Yeah. How many times have we heard that?
Yeah.
Heard that a lot.
Yeah. I had a friend that is going to a support group, but for dementia, because her mom is battling dementia. And it's when she went to this group, after 5 minutes, she's like, I can't stay in this stupid group. It's like, why not? It's like, because all they're talking about is the depressing things that happen in dementia. And I'm living with it, not with dementia, but I'm living the life of taking care of someone with dementia. I see this firsthand. I don't need to be talking about it. So then I start to think these MS support groups, I open it up for people to distract them, to make them feel like you can still enjoy life when you have MS. So I want them to share, but at the same time, I want them to, have a place of joyous, a place of,
Mhm.
even with MS, we can laugh and make fun of ourselves. And that's why I've come up with all these videos to be like, look how silly I am. Look, I fell again. Ha ha ha. Anyway,
I got you. And that's why when I have the late night gathering after the support group, that's why one of the first things I say is tell me something about your life that happened this week that has nothing to do with MS. Because it's time to shift back to like other things happen. So not that that's the answer all the time, but it just again a little break. Let's be friends.
yeah. So, guys, just to remind everyone, if you want to get a hold of us, you can reach us at our email, which is info@40belowzero.com. If you want all our social media ways of getting a hold of us, just go to our website, which is 40belowzero.com.
That was a heck of a grab bag episode, Terry. I'm glad we took that phone call.
Oh my God, that was awesome. Yeah.
It sounds like he's doing real well. Now,
Yeah.
do you know the info for him where people can get a hold of him and where they can donate? I don't know, I mean to put you on the spot, but um, do you know that?
Yes, it's MS Bike Across Canada dot ca.
I was gonna say it's usually CA, right?
Yeah, but yeah, I have it saved, I promise you, but it's MS Bike Across Canada.ca. Yes.
Okay.
His name is Jonathan Allinger. His social insurance number is,
And you can check out his episode that we did with him if you haven't done that already, which that was a good episode. Very hyped for that guy. Um, he's doing good stuff, man. He's pushing.
awesome.
All right, everyone. Thanks for hanging out with us today. A little casual chat, little bit of a rant, little bit of a grab bag. Um, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.
Awesome. Cool. Take care, guys.